Okay, let's get into your reading, Capricorn. Okay, this person feels so connected to you. This person feels so drawn to you. This person sees you as a ball of sunlight. And I want you to actually sit with that image for a second, loves, because it isn't a casual compliment. Sunlight is the thing that reaches every corner of a room without even trying. It doesn't force itself anywhere. It simply exists, and everything around it feels warmer for it. That is exactly how this person experiences your presence in their life. And I want to say, loves, before this reading was pulled today, this exact metaphor came through first, before a single card was even turned. That's what I meant earlier about the cards clarifying me, rather than the other way around. Okay, I just have to say that because the energy around is just really bringing this in. This person finds you very, very attractive, okay? Do not even doubt it. The King of Wands, attraction, passion, desire. This person really, really has an interest towards you, a very, very strong interest. They feel very, very connected to you. They feel that you are super attractive. They also like the fact that you're very passionate. And I want to say something about attraction like this, loves, because it isn't only physical, though that part is absolutely real too. It's the way you talk about the things you care about. The way your whole face changes when something genuinely excites you. That kind of aliveness is magnetic, and this person notices it every single time. And again, we've got more fire. In fact, even outside, it's a clear blue sky day, and I feel like the cards are resembling the energy that I'm feeling. So what I'm going to do is describe a little bit of this energy, and the rest of the cards should mimic it. Because that's how much I believe in my gift to read tarot, is that I should be able to say things and then the cards just clarify, not the other way around. Where I clarify the cards should clarify me this time. And that is how much I believe in this. And I want you to actually sit with that claim for a second, loves, because it's a bold one. Speaking first and letting the cards confirm it after, rather than reading the cards and shaping my words around them. That only works when the energy in the room is genuinely this loud. And I want you to trust that intensity, loves, because most sessions don't feel like this. Most sessions require patience, careful listening, slow interpretation. This one arrived already knowing exactly what it wanted to say. So of course, for the synchronicities and the signs, please like this reading because I think it's really special when this happens. But basically the energy that I'm feeling right now is one where this person wants to make it very clear to you that you are the one that they see this relationship blooming and growing and progressing. That they want things to progress, whether you're in a situation, whether this person is a crush, whether this person is someone that you've spoken to or had a long history with, whoever this person is to you, they want to move things along. They do want to progress things. They want to grow things. They see things crystal clear now, okay? And I want to name why crystal clear matters so much here, loves. Because clarity like this doesn't happen while someone is still confused about what they want. It happens after the confusion has already resolved itself. Whatever internal debate they were having with themselves, it's over now. And the answer that won was you. And I want you to sit with that for a second, loves. Not as a passive fact, but as something worth actually celebrating. You were weighed against every doubt, every hesitation, every reason to stay comfortable and undecided. And you won. They really, really feel like you are such an emotionally giving person. You're very supportive. You're very loving. You're very kind. You're very understanding. And I want you to really receive that list, loves, not skim past it. Emotionally giving, supportive, loving, kind, understanding. Every single one of those qualities is something this person has actually witnessed you demonstrate, not something they're simply hoping is true. And that distinction really matters, loves, Because there is a real difference between someone falling for a story they've written in their own head and someone falling for the person actually standing in front of them, flaws, complexity, and all. This is the second kind. They want someone like you in their life. They want to progress things along with someone like you. They want to make things happen. And that is exactly what I see, right? Bloom and growth. They want to grow things with you. They want to make things work. They want to have those blue skies and sunny days with you. And I want you to notice the word growth specifically, loves, because it's different from just wanting to enjoy something as it currently is. Growth implies motion, a future version of this connection that's fuller than what exists right now. They're not just content with today. They're already imagining tomorrow and the day after that. And I want to say loves, that kind of forward-looking imagination is one of the clearest signs of genuine investment there is. People don't waste mental energy picturing a future with someone they're only casually interested in. They save that imagining for the people who actually matter. And yes, life is not always blue skies and sunny days, but I want to say something. There's almost this motivation today that I'm picking up on in their energy that is showing the fact that they feel motivated to actually do something towards you. They feel motivated to take action. They feel motivated to contact. They feel motivated to communicate. They feel motivated to speak, to talk, to interact. They feel motivated to somehow progress things along. And this is extremely, extremely powerful because, wow, look at this, right? Oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. I want you to feel how rare it is, loves, for a reading to come through this strongly, this specifically. Most readings carry a general sense of positive energy. This one is naming exact motivations, exact feelings, because that is exactly how loud this particular energy is right now. And I want you to hold on to that specificity, loves, because vague general readings can apply to almost anyone. This one couldn't. It's naming the exact texture of what's happening in their mind right now, which is precisely why it deserves to be trusted. And I want to slow down on that motivation for a second, loves, because motivation like this rarely appears out of nowhere. Something specific shifted for them recently, a realization, a moment of clarity that made all of this energy suddenly rise to the surface because they know they've been, perhaps not doing enough. They haven't been talking enough. They haven't been emotionally sort of open enough that, oh, you mean this to me, you mean that. Let's do this, let's go here, let's go there. Let's do this and this and this. Like they know they haven't done enough. And I want to honor the discomfort in admitting that, loves, because self-awareness like this doesn't come easily. Most people avoid looking directly at their own shortcomings. They'd rather stay comfortable in denial than face the fact that they've been falling short of someone who deserved more. This person did the harder thing, loves. They looked directly at it. And that willingness to see themselves clearly, even when it's uncomfortable, is exactly the kind of person capable of real, lasting growth. The Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. And I think that's what's really coming into the picture here, especially with the Four of Pentacles and also the Ace of Cups. They want to do more. They want to be more proactive. They want to make things happen, and they want to also express to you how much they really think about you, care about you, and appreciate you. And I want you to notice, loves, that expressing appreciation out loud takes real vulnerability, especially for someone who has struggled with the emotional side of things before. Saying it plainly, instead of just hoping you already know, is a genuine act of courage on their part. And I want you to receive it as exactly that, loves. Courage, not obligation. Nobody forced them to say these things. They chose to, specifically for you. And I want to name why this specific mix of cards matters, loves, because the Four of Pentacles is about holding on too tightly, guarding what you have out of fear rather than confidence. And the Ace of Cups sitting right beside it shows an emotional overflow finally breaking through that old guardedness. They are choosing to open the hand they've been clenching, and I want you to picture that image fully, loves. A fist held tight for so long that opening it feels almost painful at first. The way a muscle aches after being clenched too long, but the ache is temporary. What's underneath it, the actual openness, is what lasts. And I want to say, loves, the fact that they're willing to endure that ache at all tells you they've already decided you're worth the discomfort of changing for. Most people never get that far. The King of Swords. And there's also as well the King of Swords here. You know, they feel like you are a very honest person. They also feel like they are, to a degree honest. And they want to be around you. And they want to tell you their honest feelings. And I want to say something about honesty at this level, loves. Because it's easy to be honest about small things. It's much harder to be honest about the things that actually matter, the feelings that leave you exposed if the other person doesn't feel the same way back. This person is choosing that exposure anyway, and I want you to feel what that risk actually means, loves, because there was a much safer, easier path available to them, staying quiet, staying guarded, never fully committing to a feeling out loud. They didn't take the safer path. They took the honest one for you. And also at the same time, they feel sort of ready to commit. They feel ready to settle down. They feel ready to take things further in that way. They feel finally sort of ready. This could have been a process of months or even years, of them getting to this particular place. And I want you to release any frustration you might carry about that timeline, loves, because months or years spent getting somewhere doesn't diminish the arrival. Some of the sturdiest things in life take the longest to build. Think about the difference, loves, between something built quickly and something built with real care over time. The quick version often falls apart the first time it's tested. The slow, careful version holds, but they finally feel like they could commit, that they can see a future, that they can finally, there's finally no gray clouds in the sky. There's not this sort of bump in the road. It's finally just clear, and the path is clear, and they can see things clearly, and they know what to do now. And I want to name what that clarity actually feels like from the inside, loves. Because it isn't loud or dramatic. It's a quiet, settled certainty. The kind that doesn't need convincing or second guessing anymore. They've simply arrived at knowing, and that arrival, loves, is exactly what makes this different from every hesitant, uncertain moment that came before it. There's nothing left to debate. The debate already happened, privately, and it resolved in your favor. And they know that they want to take action. They want to commit. They want to be in your life, and they want to be there. Like they genuinely want to be there. Not because someone's telling them to be there or they're forced to be there. They genuinely want to be there. And I want you to feel the difference that word genuinely makes, loves. Because there is nothing more draining than being with someone who's simply going through the motions. This is the opposite of that entirely. This is someone choosing you with their whole free will, not out of obligation, not out of pressure, simply because they want to. And there is genuine peace in that, loves. A relief you probably haven't let yourself fully feel yet. You don't have to wonder if they're only here out of habit, or convenience, or fear of being alone. They are here because being anywhere else simply doesn't appeal to them anymore. Wow, right? Wow. And I want to sit with that specific phrase for a moment, loves. No gray clouds in the sky. because it's such a precise way of describing what indecision actually feels like from the inside. A low, constant haze over everything, never quite clear enough to move forward confidently. That haze has genuinely lifted for them now, and I want you to trust what that lifting actually means, loves. Because clarity like this rarely reverses itself once it's genuinely arrived. The confusion they carried before wasn't a permanent trait of theirs. It was simply where they were, at that point in their own journey, and journeys, loves, move forward. They don't circle back to the same fog once it's actually cleared. Temperance. Temperance is things coming together. It's things progressing. It's this person being ready. This person sees themselves as someone that is becoming just ready to take those next steps. And it's all evolving. And I want you to picture temperance for a moment, loves. The angel pouring water carefully between two cups, never spilling, never rushing. That patience is exactly the energy behind this evolution. Nothing about this is happening carelessly. It's happening exactly at the pace it needed to. Their mind feels clear. Their heart feels, not heavy. They feel like they have excitement. This person, I feel, was once troubled and burdened, and they were very sad for a long time. They finally feel like they have energy, and they can finally take those steps. And I want to honor how heavy sadness like that actually feels, loves. The kind that lingers quietly in the background of everything a person does. Coming out the other side of it isn't something that happens overnight. It happens slowly, one small return of energy at a time, until suddenly there's enough of it to actually move forward with. I do believe that this person has been hurt a lot, but, they feel like you are someone that uplifts them. You're someone that cares about them. You are someone that has always been very consistent. And because of that, you've given them energy. You've given them sort of this life that they can trust you, that you are not someone that's going to, be hurtful and sort of ruin things, that you can be trusted. And they really, really like that about you. And I want you to understand what trust like this actually requires from someone who has been hurt before, loves. Because it isn't automatic. Every consistent, kind thing you did had to be weighed against old fears telling them not to believe it. And every single time you proved those old fears wrong. That repetition matters, loves. Because trust isn't rebuilt in one grand moment. It's rebuilt one small, proven instance at a time. Until eventually there's simply too much evidence to keep doubting. They feel much more connected to you than ever before. They feel so drawn to you. They feel so connected to you, and they really appreciate you. They really appreciate you. And I want to honor how much that consistency actually cost you, loves. Because staying steady for someone while they work through their own pain takes real patience, especially when you couldn't always see what was happening underneath. You gave them something solid to hold on to without even fully knowing how much they needed it. That's what real support often looks like, loves. Quiet, unglamorous, showing up again and again without any applause for it. You weren't trying to fix them, you were simply steady, and steadiness, it turns out, was exactly the medicine they needed. And I want you to give yourself real credit for that, loves, because it often goes unnoticed while it's happening. You weren't thanked for it in the moment, but it was seen, and it mattered more than you probably realized at the time. Look at this. They see you as someone that's very abundant. Actually, do you know what? They see you as a lucky charm. The 9 of Pentacles is a sense here of this person feeling like you've brought a lot of abundance into their life. They do feel a little bit superstitious in the sense they feel like you're lucky and they can't let you go because you are lucky and you bring luck into their life. And I want to gently unpack that superstition, loves, because underneath it is something real. Since you've been in their life, more good things have simply started happening for them. Whether that's coincidence or something deeper, the pattern is undeniable to them, and they're not willing to test what happens if you're gone. And honestly, loves, I don't blame them for that superstition one bit. When something in your life keeps working better the moment a particular person shows up, you don't question it too hard. You simply hold on to it. So the Nine of Pentacles is this sense of abundance that you bring in. You've always brought a lot of appreciation, love, understanding, respect. You've always tried to be the best and do the best, but also, give space when space is needed. And I want to name why that specific balance matters, loves, because giving too much too fast can feel overwhelming, and giving too little can feel like abandonment. You've somehow found the exact right measure, present when they need you, patient when they need room to breathe. That balance, loves, is genuinely rare, and it comes from real emotional intelligence, not from a formula or a rule you follow. You simply read them accurately and adjust it accordingly every single time. This person really does think very, very highly of you. And I think if there's one thing I want to say, is that they really have respect for you. And let me tell you, love, without respect it's just not love. Okay, like love needs respect, and this person respects you. The minute you go into the territory of disrespect, it's just not a good situation. Let's be honest, right? Like it's not giving. So this person has respect. This person has understanding. This person really feels that you are their lucky charm and someone that they should not be letting go of. Okay? And I want you to really receive that phrase, love's lucky charm, because it means you occupy a very specific place in their mind. Not replaceable, not interchangeable with anyone else who might come along, but singular, specific, irreplaceable to them. Hold on to that word, loves. Irreplaceable, because it means you don't have to compete with anyone, real or imagined. This isn't a comparison you could lose. It's a category with only one name in it. And that name is yours. And I want to say something about that phrase, love needs respect, loves. Because it's easy to hear it and nod along without really absorbing it. Respect is what stays after attraction cools. After the excitement of something new settles into ordinary daily life, the fact that this person already has it for you now tells you something about how they'll treat you years down the line, not just tonight. And I want you to hold on to that specific reassurance, loves, because respect built this early, this genuinely tends to only deepen as a relationship matures. You are not watching a performance that will fade. You are witnessing the foundation of something built to actually last. And foundations, loves, are rarely glamorous while they're being laid, but they are the only part of any structure that actually determines whether it stands for a season or for a lifetime. So that is how they feel about you, which is, wow, right? Wow. I'm just so happy at the fact that it's so sunny outside and I can't even see a single cloud, which you can see, right? Like you can literally see how bright it is on the camera. The Eight of Pentacles. It all just gets better, okay? It all just gets better. It gets so much more fulfilling. It gets so much more exciting. It just becomes good, And I want you to sit with that simplicity for a moment, loves, because sometimes the most powerful promises are the plainest ones. Not complicated, not conditional, just good, steadily, over and over. Eight of Pentacles is an energy here of happiness, happiness with joy, happiness with peace, happiness with love, happiness with fulfillment, happiness in all areas. And I want to name why all areas matters here, loves, Because so many people find happiness in one part of their life while everything else quietly suffers. This card is promising something more complete than that. Your relationships, your peace of mind, your sense of fulfillment, all of it rising together, not one piece propping up the rest. 8 of Pentacles here just goes to show that this person knows that they will work towards you. They know they have to work towards you in order to be with someone like you. Someone like you doesn't just come around, and they actually feel very lucky that you have been in their life, or you may have entered their life. Now they feel they have to work to keep you in their life. And I want to name why that shift in mindset matters so much, loves. Because taking someone for granted and actively working to keep them are two completely different postures. One leads to slow decay over time. The other leads to a relationship that keeps growing stronger. Year after year. Like they can't just kind of be like la-di-da. You always just be there. You do whatever you want. No, they know they need to take action and they need to treat you properly. They need to treat you correctly. And they can't just be kind of dismissive and whatever, like they have to actually do something. So that's what I'm seeing here, is that they know they have to really be very, very proactive. This person thinks of you very highly, but they know they have to do the action in order to keep you as well. They know this, okay? And I want you to feel the security in that knowledge, loves, because you are not the one who has to worry about being taken for granted here. The awareness sits entirely on their side. And that awareness is exactly what protects this connection long term. And I want to say why that specific awareness matters so much, loves. Because plenty of people feel lucky to have someone without ever translating that feeling into consistent action. This person has already made that connection in their own mind. Gratitude alone isn't enough, and they know it. The 3 of Cups, and 3 of Cups here, they want to introduce you to their friends. So if you get an invitation in the future, you will get one, okay? But in the near future, there can be an invitation here of them inviting you to some kind of social gathering, party, or place where some of their friends are present, because they will want to introduce you to their friends. It is something that they want to do because they feel like it's important. Number 1, for you to meet their friends, but also number 2, to kind of be a part of their circle. And I want to name what being part of a circle actually offers you, loves, beyond just this one person's affection. It means access to how they actually behave in their regular life with the people who've known them longest. You get to see the real version, not just the version they show you one-on-one. And I want to name why that invitation carries so much weight, loves. Because introducing someone to your circle is never a casual throwaway gesture. It means they've already started imagining you as part of their regular life, not a separate private chapter kept apart from everything else. And I want you to feel the significance of that, loves, because some connections stay hidden, kept separate, never quite integrated into someone's actual life. That is not what's happening here. You are being woven into the fabric of their everyday world, fully, visibly. And before the final message, I want to leave you with 3 small things to hold on to, loves. The first, let this motivation actually show up in real action, and it will. Don't rush ahead of it, and don't dismiss the first small effort as too little too late. A small first step, loves, taken by someone who genuinely struggles with this side of things, carries more weight than a grand gesture from someone for whom effort comes easily. Measure it against their own history, not against some external standard of what love is supposed to look like. The second, when that invitation to meet their friends comes, say yes if it feels right for you. The 3 of Cups confirmed this is a genuine step toward making you part of their real everyday life. And if it doesn't feel right for you, loves, That's completely fine too. This reading isn't asking you to override your own instincts. It's simply telling you the invitation is coming, sincerely, and what you do with it is entirely your choice. And the third, keep holding the standard around respect exactly as high as you already do. This person already has it for you. Don't lower the bar now just because things feel good. The version of you who held that standard, loves, is exactly the version that earned this respect in the first place. Don't shrink her down now, just because it finally feels safe to relax. And I want to answer one more thing before the final message, loves. Why this reached you today specifically with this much detail about their actual thoughts. You needed to see the full shape of what's shifting in them, so that when the small signs of effort start showing up, you recognize them fully instead of second-guessing them. A small comment on something you posted, loves, a sudden reappearance in your notifications, their name randomly crossing your mind for no clear reason. These are not small things. They are exactly the fragments this reading is telling you to watch for. And I want to speak to the small, doubting part of you for a moment, loves. The one that's read all of this and is quietly thinking, but what if this is just wishful thinking? That voice is not wisdom. It's a pattern built from being let down before, trying to protect you from hoping too much. Just for today, loves, set that voice down completely. I don't build a reading with this much specific detail, loves, unless the pull toward it was genuinely strong. Every card in this spread agreed with every other card. That consistency deserves your trust, far more than the old familiar fear does. This is already in motion, loves. The King of Wands showed the attraction already burning steadily. The Four of Pentacles and Ace of Cups showed the old guardedness already breaking open. The King of Swords showed real, honest readiness to commit. Temperance showed the fog already lifting from their mind. The Nine of Pentacles showed how much abundance and luck they already feel because of you. And the Eight of Pentacles and Three of Cups showed the work and the invitation already forming. Stay open, loves. Let it arrive. And I want to remind you, loves, you don't have to do anything dramatic to receive this. Your only job right now is to notice it when it shows up and let it in a little more each day without forcing a single part of it. So let me lay this all out one final time, loves, slowly so it settles into your bones. This person's thoughts of you today are clearer than they have ever been, not clouded by doubt, loves, not tangled up in old fear or hesitation, simply plainly clear. The King of Wands confirmed real burning attraction. The Four of Pentacles and Ace of Cups confirmed the old guardedness finally opening. The King of Swords confirmed honest, real readiness to commit and settle down. Temperance confirmed the fog has lifted and they can finally see the path clearly. The Nine of Pentacles confirmed how much luck and abundance they already feel because you're in their life. And the Eight of Pentacles and Three of Cups confirmed they already know they have to show up for you properly. And they're ready to bring you into their world. Every single card, loves, pointing in the exact same direction toward you. One message. The fog has lifted for them. Let them show you exactly how clearly they see it now. And I want to leave you with one final thought, loves, before we close completely. A few months from now, maybe far sooner than that, you're going to look back on this exact reading, the one where you weren't fully sure how deep any of this ran, and you're going to smile at how much you wondered. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say it only gets better, because every word of that is true. Save this. Come back and tell me when it happens. I genuinely mean that, loves. Not as a formality to close out a reading. Readings like this one only feel complete to me once I hear how they actually landed in someone's real life. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Drop a comment and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.